There's always so much going on within us, around us, in the collective, in our hearts, in our souls, in our minds, in our relationships, in our future timelines that are packed full of possibilities, but also challenges that we're going to overcome. And there's so much in the past. And while looking into the past and the future can be really empowering and important and give us a heads up of what's going on or help us heal something that we're still working on, our true power comes from knowing and feeling and sitting in the present moment. So I'm very guided today to do a reading about staying in the present moment, staying mindful about the power of the present moment right now. So I don't know what's going on for you, if you're feeling a little bit disturbed or pulled in 1,000 different places and pieces, or if you're just chilling. Either way, I feel like this reading will be useful for you. So we're going to look at a few different things. I have a spread that I'm working off right here. And we're going to look at your inner realm, your mind, how you can be more present, how you can bring in happiness, more happiness into your life in the present moment. Okay? So I have a bunch of decks. I am going to list them. You know what? I say that all the time and then I always forget. So let me just list them now. You can skip ahead if you want. But we have Dark Days Tarot, Inner Child Oracle, Akasha Oracle, and the Fox Universe Tarot, okay? And maybe, I don't know yet, but maybe the Citadel, a fantasy oracle, maybe. Okay, I should do that more often, huh? The boxes are pretty too. Okay, so let's get into the reading and see what Spirit wants to say to you about this present moment. Okay, just breathe, just be in it. Just relax. Let go of whatever's bothering you right now if you can. Okay? And if you can't, that's okay. We'll make it happen. We'll try. We'll try. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. And just on the side here, there's some text, and my eye went right to the line, how to embrace silence. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's get all the cards out and embrace what is before us. Is it just me, or is the energy a little funky lately? I heard a weather siren earlier, and it was pretty loud. And perhaps it was something that goes off frequently in this area. I went a little bit out of where I live to go do something, and there was a weather siren in their town. And I was like, should we be concerned? But everybody was just walking around like it was no big deal. So I was like, okay, well, then I guess I'll panic when I need to panic, but not right now. And that's a perfect message for this reading. There's something about perhaps a lot of sirens going off, a lot of warnings you're getting, okay? Or intuitive feelings that something's wrong, something's off, something's going to go down. But if you just look around you in your present moment, everything is just fine right now. Maybe not internally, but around you, everything is just fine. You're here, you're watching this reading, you're safe. The siren is loud, but you can keep going about your business, about your day, about your life in this moment, okay? I don't know what this means, okay? But I hear the deer, and then it was moose. I hear the deer and moose call. Is a moose call a thing? I feel like it might be. Present moment. Okay. I am gonna pull, am I? No, let's, I feel guided though, Spirit. I am gonna pull some charms. Maybe somebody out there needs a little bit of confirmation that this reading is for them. There could be things in here that are signs and synchronicities, which is your first card, how to describe your inner realm. The first card I'm seeing is synchronicity. That's the only one that flipped up. just as my hand was in the bag ready to pull out the charms, I got interrupted. So I feel like that's a message. There could be a lot of distractions around you right now vying for your attention. It's like just as you were about to do something to get an answer or to confirm something for yourself, it's like a distraction comes in. So watch out for those, be mindful of those, and then always go back to what you were doing. Okay, we have the word wish, the letter Y. We have a hand with a heart that says love, a spider in a web, a maple leaf. Whoa, it's weird how this, how this stuck on my finger here. This is a charm. I actually used to wear it all the time, but I haven't in a long time, which is why it's in the charm bag. A mirror, and here's the other side. I used to wear this maybe like 20 years ago. Leo, maybe something about 20 years ago, or in your 20s could be significant. I'm also seeing Virgo. We have the letter V. I'm hearing Vivian. There's 2 V's here. A crown, the letter W, and a couple more, and then we'll get into the card spirit. Okay. Make believe, wish, and make believe. These are the words I'm seeing. A dress on a coat hanger. Maybe there's something going on with fashion or you're getting ready to go somewhere soon. A cell phone, flip phone. Yeah, there's something a little nostalgic here. Oh, I never noticed that. On the back of this charm are the letters F and T. We have a peace sign, a chess piece, the letter D, the letter L, a key, a candy cane, a dolphin, Taurus, a free bird flying somewhere high that we can't see, with an open cage, this white string, and we'll do 2 more. And I heard silver string there. 1 and 2. Okay, the letter M, I'm hearing don't take it so seriously. The letter J, the letter F, the letter S, the letter A, 555, scissors, a little angel charm, another 5, that's change, another J, scales of justice, or Libra. We have this skull and crossbones, or I'd like to say Scorpio, and a star, and Aries. Okay, let's get in and see what we got here. If none of that resonated with you, don't worry, it doesn't mean the reading's not for you. You make it what it is. Okay. I got this really great comment where somebody said that they really enjoy how I always emphasize that you have the authority in a tarot reading, that the reader shouldn't be telling you what to do or how to do it, but that you have the spiritual authority to manifest whatever you want, despite what the cards say. The cards give you information that you can choose whether you want to take, and you can choose what you want to do with the energy and the information that comes through. And really, that's how it should work in tarot land. This is just information coming from the soul stream of the collective in which you are a part. And the information that's coming through can be very specific for you, or it might be tangentially related. Either way, you get to decide what you do with that information, whether you reject it, whether you take it, whether you riff off of it in some way. It's all up to you. You have just as much intuition and divine power as anyone else. All right. So remember that, your spiritual authority. So let's see. Card to describe your inner realm, synchronicity. Let love guide you. Choose to see the good in the world today. Love. Wow. And the 2 of Swords. Making a decision, are you? Making a balanced decision from a peaceful place when it comes to perhaps love or what you want to do with your frequency of love. Okay, I'm hearing this. I don't know. I haven't thought about this. It's not a personal belief, but I'm hearing everybody has their own frequency of love. Okay. So what are you choosing? And this love card here is the 10 of Diamonds, which is the 10 of Pentacles. a card about ascension. And there's something, rebirth, synchronicity. Synchronicity. The granddaddy, one of the granddaddies of the concept of synchronicity is Carl Jung. And there's a story about him seeing this, I can't even remember what it's called right now, a scarab beetle. It was something, I don't know if it was an exact scarab beetle, but it was a beetle of some sort. But he was sitting with a client, and the client was talking about her dream in which there was a scarab beetle. And then in that session with the client, a scarab beetle, which is very rare, or the beetle that she was talking about, landed on the curtain on the window, like the open window. And I remember that story so well because it really allowed me to understand that synchronicity happens in the moment of being in the energy that we are trying to understand. Okay? So synchronicities are happening all around you once you enter into the energy you want to understand. So when something happens, ask yourself, what am I trying to understand? What am I working through right now? Okay? Because whatever you're working through is what the synchronicity is about. And there's also something, Gemini, I just saw. There's also something about a third energy. So we have you, we have the thing that is synchronistic, whatever that is, a number or a color or, I don't know, one of the charms, some kind of material object or something of the sort in the physical realm that seems synchronistic with what's in your mind. And then I'm getting there's a third energy. Could be spirit, or maybe it is somebody else. Okay? There's a shared moment of synchronicity between you and someone else. Oh, this is beautiful. Could even be someone who passed on. I don't know how. I don't know. Okay? Let love guide you when you make your decisions. And we're talking about the present moment. So presently, whatever you decide to do after this reading or during this reading or later this evening, try to decide consciously from a place of love. Is this coming from a frequency of self-love, love for others, love for life, love for what I'm doing? This is going to help clear the path for you tonight and in this moment. Okay, how can you silence your mind? Perseverance. And this ship here. It is time to celebrate. Cultivate an air of celebration today. Well, you've done some hard work. You've been persevering. When are you going to have some fun? When are you going to pat yourself on the back and reward yourself for that perseverance? Productivity. I said this to Taurus because they got perseverance too, which is so Taurian. But in order to persevere, you need to have breaks. Otherwise, it's just burnout. So there's a difference. So if you want to have perseverance and resilience and be productive, you have to build in breaks. You have to build in downtime. It's just how it works. Or else it's just going to burn out. You will burn out. Oh, I'm seeing the mirror here. Productivity, Ghost of Spoons, which is the King of Cups. Some of you are doing some emotional work. Journaling, or some of you are creating music. I'm just seeing that. This is like transmuting your emotions in some way. Whatever you're creating right now or working through, like it's something crafty almost. Or it could even be like planning in your planner. It could be something that doesn't seem to be a big deal, but it's a direct relation and reflection of your emotional state, and it's helping transform some kind of energy. Transmute some energy. What is it transmuting? Queen of Pentacles. It's like by refracting and reflecting your emotional state outward in something that you're physically doing, even cooking, folding laundry, whatever it is that you're doing, it's creating this feeling of sanctuary, of security, and of wholeness. I love that. So to silence your mind, get busy with your hands. Okay? And I mean like in a creative sense, all right? Well, you do you. You do you. Okay? So find something to do, draw, knit, I don't know, whatever you like to enjoy doing creatively, that will help transmute some emotions. And you don't have to think about it. Like, okay, I'm going to transmute all this anger I have inside of me by, drawing this monster on my page. You don't have to be so consciously active in terms of this transmutation. It just happens. It just happens. In fact, it's probably better to slip into a more of a subconscious state and allow this to flow out of you. And when you're done creating whatever you've created, really pat yourself on the back. Celebrate your mini creation or your big completion of a larger creation. You must celebrate it. Okay? This trains your subconscious mind to know that anytime you put in hard work into something, there is a reward coming, and it's coming quickly. So every time you complete some kind of task that means a lot to you and that was hard work and that you were pretty productive doing and had to persevere through, give yourself some kind of reward. Even if it's writing on a piece of paper, yes, I did it. Okay, so that the next time something comes up that you want to do or you have to do, your subconscious mind already knows there's a reward coming. Okay, so it gets easier. That's just for someone. Take what you want, leave the rest. You know how it goes. Okay, how can you be more present? Association. We have this kind of like arm wrestle, or maybe it's a secret handshake. Flow with the rhythm. Get lost in the rhythm of movement today. Oh, this is a lot of energy with others. And this is for how can you be more present. Dancing, moving your body, walking, these kinds of things, of course, make you more present because you're tuned in to the physical world. But there's something about being around other people, or even watching other people, doing some people watching, not in a creepy way, but in a way that reminds you that you're part of humanity and you're connected. Okay, the Death card and trauma. Ooh, 7 of Candles, which is the 7 of Wands. Taking a stand and putting an end to something that's been traumatic for you or traumatizing you, or maybe for someone else as well. How can you be more present? If you are experiencing the aftermath of a traumatic situation, then being in the present moment is all you can really do to stop yourself from spiraling. So remind yourself that you are here in the here and now. Okay? And that there is some kind of flow and rhythm around you. Maybe you need to listen to some music. Or watch some people dance even, I know it sounds strange and silly, but this is what's coming through. Sometimes the ordinary guidance from spirit is the most powerful. It's really easy to take complicated guidance or profound guidance and then start to intellectualize it and overcomplicate it in our mind. Sometimes we just need to hear spirit say, relax, enjoy yourself, and watch other people enjoy themselves. Maybe you're watching a lot of conflict in the media, social media, or TV shows with high drama, and I know it's fun, right? But maybe there's something here where you could really tune into the frequency and energy of people who are enjoying themselves as a way to protect yourself from re-engaging with trauma. Triggers are an interesting thing. Sometimes we realize that they are triggers for past traumas, and sometimes we don't even realize what's triggering us. So try to protect your energy right now, in this present moment today. Is there something you can do to protect your energy from something that's possibly triggering you? Don't fight with anyone today if you can. Okay? Just for today, don't do it. This arm wrestle. I feel like it's unnecessary and it's part of an old pattern that you're working to transform and transmute. And this could even be conflict at work, and you're sitting at home fussing about it like, oh, what a loser, or whatever you're thinking to yourself. Try to not do that a little bit today. It's not helping with this staying in the present moment. Okay, so I'm seeing that what gets you out of the present moment is triggers of traumas, which makes sense, and competition or people trying to engage in some kind of conflict with you. And it gets you out of the present moment because it probably brings up the past things where similar people or similar things have taken place, as well as the future in terms of fear of what this could mean. Okay, what these shady characters around you could mean for your future. So that's why it's important to stand your guard. And by that I mean put your feet firmly in the present moment and switch the channel, tune out to the conflict. Flow with the rhythm. Get lost in the rhythm of movement today. Okay, I'm seeing these mushrooms, and it's reminding me of a video I saw where some guy hooked up electrical signals to the mushrooms, and the mushrooms are making all kinds of cool sounds. Go watch that. It's pretty cool. The mushrooms are living in the present moment. All right, let's see. How to be grateful. That's interesting. It says something to be grateful for. Well, maybe this is how to be grateful. Grounding. Become aware. Listen to the wisdom of the body. Yes, Wolfie. Motivation. 3 of Pentacles. And 7 of Wands again. So something to be grateful for is that you are able to ground yourself. And let me tell you, not all people can. When you're stressed, when you're triggered, when you have a million questions in your mind, or you're bothered, or you're just hyper vigilant, maybe super excited that it feels weird, you can ground yourself in the present moment and in your body. And I was speaking to my friend Connie, who has the channel Connie's Cauldron, and we were talking about spiritual psychosis and, ascension and all of those things. And we were talking about how important it is to master your ability to ground in the 3D world before you ascend above it. The portal to the 5D, to ascension, is in the 3D world. Okay? Think about it. I'm just going to get Wolfie because I know you guys want to see him. Are you going to come in? Oh, you're going to do a little leg stretch? How cute. Oh, another one. Come say hi to everybody. Here's Wolfgang. He's been really wanting to come on camera lately. Okay, I know you want to go on the cards, but how about you check out the room instead? All right. So motivation, also motivation to work with your body could be something very useful for you right now in order to help you, yes, of course, to help you practice gratitude is to be aware of how much your body can actually do. Okay, even if you're experiencing some kind of health issues right now, your body is a phenomenal piece of work. And we still don't understand, humanity still doesn't understand how the body works, not 100%. So be grateful for what is working in your body because it's nothing short of a miracle. All right, let's see. How can I cultivate more happiness in my life? Let's see. Battle. Find your haven. There is a place of wonder waiting just for you. Safety. I told you you're safe. YouTube. Oh, what are you doing? He's playing around down there. Nine of Wands. Safety, Nine of Wands. Well, you've earned your safety. It wasn't hard. I mean, it wasn't easy. Maybe it wasn't hard, actually. Maybe it's easier than you think it was. And you're telling yourself it was very hard to get to the safe place you're in. But it was actually much easier. And that's not to downplay what you went through. That's to reaffirm and affirm you that you can do it again and again because it's that easy. Okay? So yeah, I feel like someone here is telling themselves that, they've been through a hardship, and you have, that's true, but how hard it was to get to where you are. And yes, it's amazing the resilience you had, and it's phenomenal the strength that you showed yourself that you actually have and that you stepped into, but it's easier for you than maybe it is for others, which is why you are where you are. And so let that envelop you like a hug is what I'm getting, to know that if anything was to happen to set you back, you will easily be able to give yourself that sense of safety once again. You've done it before, you can do it again, okay? And perhaps just for the present moment, let that narrative of everything's been so hard, it's been so hard getting here or doing this, let that kind of just be, just for now. Tomorrow you can think about that if you want, but in the present moment, there's a sense of ease that Spirit wants you to step into, to find your haven. There is a place of wonder waiting for you. You can't really step into this place of manifestation and magic and wonderment and excitement in the present moment if you're thinking about how hard everything's been. Okay, because then everything is tainted with this shade of difficulty in the future if you keep looking through those lenses of hardship. You know what I mean? And again, it's not to downplay how difficult things were for you. I'm not saying they weren't. But from Spirit's vantage point, from Spirit's viewpoint, they want to let you know it's easy. It's easy to transmute what you have, okay? It is much easier than you think. It doesn't have to be a battle. So I want to ask a little bit more about this. What makes it easy for collective? What makes it easier for collective to transmute? Professional. I like that. Lily of the Valley. Well, maybe you got some professional guidance, some professional help with something, and that's made it easy for you. You have an understanding. Or maybe transmuting energy is your spiritual profession that you haven't declared yet, but it is. Let me get one more with profession. I'm also seeing all these different professions here. Well, there is something about what you went through has helped build and vitalize your destined profession. And your destined profession, once again, is what you choose, what you feel is in soul alignment with you. You might work a 9 to 5 somewhere just to pay the bills. That's not your profession. Your profession is something that you're dedicated to, that you're in alignment with, that you're working towards. Okay, it doesn't have to be something that pays you, although it can be. Let's see. One more about how this is so easy. Yeah, self-confidence. Here we go. And owning happiness. Spirit saw you do this. And so be confident that whatever may come, you are able to switch up the energies, to get yourself out of a battle, to win a battle, and to be happy and own it and not feel guilty about it. Okay, it's part of your, when I see profession, I keep feeling like it's part of your spiritual path to own your ability to transmute painful energy. Own it. Okay, it doesn't have to be a battle. It doesn't have to be a hardship. Okay, so let's see. How can you we just answered that, didn't we? It's interesting how this is kind of skipping around. Something to be mindful of for the rest of your day. Imposter. Let it go. Let go of the imposter. Well, I'd say so. Let go of all that no longer serves you. And Metamorphosis, Wizard of Diamonds. With 5 of Wands, which is a card of competition again and conflict. Yeah, okay, so you have a message here that for the rest of the day, what you need to be mindful of is letting go of people who are not showing up authentically, not really showing up open-heartedly. I'm getting are critical of you. And maybe you want to say something anonymously, perhaps, or you want to put on a brave face because you don't feel well. You don't have to do that today. And Spirit's saying, be mindful of doing that. Let it go, because it's not helping you right now. It's not helping you metamorphose into what you're trying to achieve. Okay? Show yourself who you really are. Show yourself how you really feel. And you can show others too, but this is more about being true to who you are. Say what you feel. Say what you mean. For some of you, this might cause conflict, but Spirit doesn't want you to get into conflict, okay? You can still be honest and truthful and say what you mean. Do it from love, though. Okay, what did this card say? Let love guide you. Self-love. Choose to see the good in the world today. So you can still say something, but it doesn't mean you have to engage with the conflict that might ensue out of it. Okay? Here you go, buddy. Go on. Okay, let's see. A message from your higher self. Yin energy. Get lost. Fall deep into the realm of imagination. That's perfect with yin energy. And burden with the sun. What's the burden for you right now? Is it the imposter stuff? What's going on? Show me the burden. Show me the burden. Oh, one of the burdens that you're carrying in the present moment is wanting clarity about something. I mean, but it's a burden because there isn't clarity right now, or wanting something to be very obvious. Maybe you're working on something and it's like all muddled up and it's kind of like you can't get something straight, or it's an unfinished project, or you have questions about somebody or something, or even yourself, but it's like there's a lack of clarity and it's starting to feel like a burden. I can't get this done, or I can't figure it out. It's burdening you. And Spirit's telling you with yin energy and get lost, let the uncertainty and the lack of clarity be an energy that you can play with to imagine what can be. Spirit wants you to use this time today to get lost in your imagination, because that's where manifestation happens. It's also part of intuition. Fatigue. You're tired. You're exerting a lot of mental yang energy, trying to make something happen, or trying to figure something out, or trying to grow something. And Spirit's saying now's the time to play, rest, have fun, get lost in what could be. The fox, the self. Explore. Ace of Cups, energy. Yeah, this is like take a more abstract approach to something. Okay, play around, switch it up, do something kind of unexpected. Throw in some turmeric when you usually don't. I don't know what you're doing, but whatever you're doing, and you feel like, oh, this soup I made is just like too salty, and no matter how much sugar I put in it, something still just tastes off. And you're like looking at all these recipes and like, where did I go wrong? Well, Spirit's saying, forget the recipe books, forget the taste tests and trying to get it perfect. Throw in some other things that you think you can imagine would be useful. And of course, this is a metaphor. Do something kind of out of the norm, wherever your imagination takes you. Okay? Imagination and the ideas that come to us are oftentimes divinely gifted. Okay, so if you have a good idea about something, a business, something you want to say to someone, a strategy, whatever it is, and it just pops into your mind out of nowhere, write it down before you forget it. Okay, because a lot of that is divinely guided, a lot of it. But you have to pick it up and do something with it rather than be apathetic to those thoughts that are coming in. Okay, that's what I have for you. I hope that helped. I hope that made you feel a little bit more present in your moment. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.